Hey, what's going on guys, it's Angus, and today I'm going to give you all of the tech news from the past week. So when I said it would be from the past week, I actually mean more recent, but oh well. Yesterday on the 2nd of June there was WWDC, and that is a huge thing for Apple, and what they started to release is giving some previews of iOS 8. Of course, iOS 8 is a huge thing and it's been rumoured a lot, and luckily they've improved a lot of the features. They haven't dramatically changed the design, they've still got the flat design from iOS 7, but they've still got a lot of improvements in the design as well, but it's mainly the features. The biggest change I found was definitely the keyboard. What they've done is they've completely customized it. So firstly, one feature is that there's Quick Draw, and Quick Draw allows you to sort of draw the keyboard. There's some apps on Android that allow you to do that, but you've never been able to do it on iOS, and now you can. And what's really good is that they are now allowing third-party apps, which is really good because there'll be tons of developers trying to get all their keyboards on iOS and they haven't been able to, but now they can. Another feature they've added in iOS is group chat. This is sort of a mix between WhatsApp and Snapchat, and what it does is it allows you to send quick messages or videos or voice messages, and it self-destructs. And I think that's a really good idea because it allows us to upload really big files, and because it's going to get destroyed, you can do videos and everything, and it's a really just good little app that they're adding. To improve the health, they've added a new app which is Health Kit, and it allows to get all of the health information in one, so you can get your Nike Plus or your heartbeat sensor or say your calorie intake all in one place. They've also added a couple of features to Siri which I really like. One feature is that Siri can always be on, which I think is a really sensible idea. It has been integrated in some Android phones and I'm not really sure if it will work. Another feature is that they've integrated Shazam into it, which I really like because you can just find a song straight away without even opening the Shazam app. Another one is new languages, some voice recognition, and also you can buy some iTunes content with it. Now I'm not going to go into too much detail of everything else because this is sort of just a quick recap, but it will be available on the iPhone 4S, the 5, the 5C, the 5S. It will also be available on the iPod Touch 5th generation, the iPad 2, the iPad Retina, the iPad Air, the iPad Mini, and the iPad Mini with Retina, and basically it sums up with all of the Apple devices that was released in late 2011. So a couple of days ago, Sony released the Sony Xperia T3. Now recently they have released the Sony Xperia Z2, which I was really excited about, but they've also released this new phone, and the new thing about it is that it's meant to be claimed the world's thinnest 5.3 inch phone, which is a bit weird because it isn't the thinnest phone, it's the thinnest 5.3 inch phone. So the big thing about this phone is that it's got a 5.3 inch screen, however it's got a stainless steel frame which is meant to make it really strong and light, and it's also got NFC, Bluetooth, 4G, 8GB internal memory, and also a 13 megapixel camera. So HTC are also deciding to release a new phone, and this is the HTC One E8. Now this is sort of a budget version, but basically because they released the HTC M8, which is all aluminum, they wanted to release a plastic version. So this means that it's going to come in a lot more colours. It has unfortunately got a downgraded camera, but this is the thing, it's got a 13 megapixel camera, so you don't get the dual tone flash or the dual camera, but you do theoretically get more megapixels. Also, because it's a downgraded phone, there is no IR blaster, but you do still get the front boom speakers and also the same CPU. Unfortunately, HTC haven't made any prices for it or a release date, but it should hopefully be coming next year. Also at WWDC is that Apple released their new OS X, which is OS 10.10. So this is inspired by the iOS 7 flat design, and a lot of rumors have been saying that it was going to inspire this, and also it's got quite a lot of features. For example, it's got hands-off, so for example, say you're doing a message on your Mac, you can then continue to do that message on an iPhone, which is quite nice, and that can lead to a lot of cool features. So for example, saying you're playing a game on your Mac, then you can just go play it on your new iPhone when you're going out. Luckily, it is available to pre-order for any developers. However, it will be released for the public in the autumn. And also, what's also nice is that they've added this really cool feature where you can answer your phone using your Mac, and you use your Mac as a speaker, which is, I think, is a exceptionally good idea, because when you're trying to find your phone, you're trying to find it. That doesn't make sense. Probably the biggest feature that I found was that what you can do is, say your phone is ringing and you don't know where it is, you can actually answer it in your Mac, which I think is a really clever idea. The way it works is that it connects using Wi-Fi or 3G, and it simultaneously connects to your Mac, and you use your Mac as a speaker, which is a really cool idea. Lastly, Samsung has released the Samsung Z, which is the first phone that is powered by Titan, and Titan is an operating system made by Samsung and Intel, and because of that they can customize it their way, and they can also make it cheaper but more powerful. Unfortunately, there aren't any prices or a release date, but it should be coming next year, and also it's got a 4.8 AMO LED display, and of course it's got Titan built onto it, and it's got a fingerprint scanner the same as the Samsung Galaxy S5, and also it's got an 8 megapixel camera. That was just a quick recap of all of the main companies releasing some new tech from this week and the past week. Thanks for watching. So Edge of Tomorrow is about an American army officer who is played by Tom Cruise, and what he does is he tries to promote the use of these suits. They're sort of like the suits from the Matrix, and they basically give... So this is what... Shit. Some improvements to Siri. One, shit. And also you can purchase some item... Shit. The company to release new phones is HTC, and they are HTC are also deciding to release a new phone because they have just released the HTC One E8. Now they've released... Shit. Unfortunately, there aren't any prices or any release date. Fuck!